Sean Spicer has gone bye-bye. Do we have taps? Can we play taps? Can we please find taps? Sean Spicer has left the building. He was never really in this building. Apparently, I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Sean Spicer and I went to the same college. And he came in after I did. He's younger than me, if you can believe it. I mean, it looks like he's like in his mid-80s now. But according to the New York Times, Sean Spicer, the White House press secretary, resigned on Friday morning. That's this morning. Telling President Trump he vehemently disagreed with the appointment of the New York financier Anthony Scaramucci as communications director. Mr. Trump offered Mr. Scaramucci the job at 10 a.m. President requested that Mr. Spicer stay on, but Mr. Spicer told Mr. Trump that he believed the appointment was a major mistake, according to a person with direct knowledge of the exchange. I got to say, like, the first time that Sean Spicer seems to have manned up in this, really what was going on in Sean Spicer's mind was like, you didn't let me go to see the Pope. I didn't get to go to any of the fun stuff. I was always kept in the corner. And I meant to tell you for a long time, you don't keep Spicy in the corner.
I think this is an intellectual curiosity expedition.
There you go.
Welcome to your Fuller press briefing.
This is the now he is not the press secretary, Scaramucci. He is the communications director. So really, he would be Sean Spicer's boss. And Sean Spicer took this as an opportunity to leave. But it seems like Sean Spicer took this as an opportunity to leave, rather than the president taking this as an opportunity to relieve Sean Spicer.
And now I only got a few words here, but as soon as I'm going to bring that Huckabee broad out, she don't answer nothing. But first, I would just like to say that I am not involved with the Chinese fucking triads, even though you may see stories like that in the next couple of days. It's a complete besmirchment of my fucking character. Mr. Trump is interested in pardoning himself because he's a deep fucking constitutional thinker, and he's exploring it with the same intellectual fucking rigor we have for this whole entire exercise. Now, has there a new story that supposedly I have been urinated on by Slovakian prostitutes? And I would like to say I'm a pretty big fucking germaphobe. All right. Here is Sarah Huckabee.
All
that
right.
broad's not going to answer a goddamn thing.
Now, this exit from the administration of a spokesperson is not the most important one of the past 24 hours. The most important exit, and after this, we'll go. We'll talk to Cliff about everything that sort of emanates from this. The most important exit from the administration in the past 24 hours was Mark Corallo. Who is Mark Corallo? He was the Trump legal team's spokesperson. And this guy was a longtime crisis communications advisor for the Justice Department under John Ashcroft. And many people in those circles felt, and he's just been on for about 2 months, I think, maybe even less. Many people felt that he was one of those guys who was using his cachet or his cache of his reputation, if you will, which was in lending it to the Trump administration, was doing himself a disservice in those circles, in those sort of like bipartisan, legalistic, prosecutorial circles. He has been, people perceive him as on fairly good terms with Robert Mueller. He worked for John Ashcroft during the Justice Department in the Bush administration, which means that he probably also worked with James Comey. It is no coincidence that on the day that he leaves, in my mind, it's no coincidence. Now, the day he leaves, there are two major stories in the Washington Post and New York Times detailing, A, that the Trump administration is looking to undercut Robert Mueller by arguing that he has people working for him who have given political donations to Democrats, and that Mueller apparently had some type of dispute in 2011 with one of Donald Trump's golf course clubs. And the reports that Donald Trump has been discussing pardons for himself and family members. The timeline of this is very important, folks, because regardless of whether or not you think the collusion stories are real, the fact is that you're allowed to have investigations, and a president shutting down an investigation like this and pardoning himself and others as a prophylactic, and it not being addressed by Congress, which is what we're facing, is a very, very bad situation. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos